This video was shot on location at Jerusalem Mill in Kingsville, Maryland. The question of independence was hard fought in Congress and throughout the colonies. During that first year of hostilities against British troops, the majority of the colonies favored reconciliation with England rather than independence. But by June, as the war dragged on and more died in battle, the call for independence became stronger. June 7th, a proposal was made in Congress declaring that these united colonies are, and of right ought to be, free and independent states. But still, the debate raged, so the question was tabled until July. Meanwhile, I was named to a committee formed to write a Declaration of Independence. The committee chose Mr. Thomas Jefferson of Virginia to actually write the document because of his felicity of phrasing and his grave and lofty style, suitable to the occasion. A story went around that I was not chosen to write the document because I might have stuck in a joke or two. This story is not true. Mr. Jefferson completed the first draft of the Declaration in only 2 days. With its completion, he sent it to me at my home with a note requesting, "Will Dr. Franklin be so good as to peruse it and to suggest such alterations as his more enlarged view of the subject should dictate?" I made but 4 small changes, working to make the document simpler and more precise. The most notable being to replace the words "sacred and undeniable" with "self-evident" in the phrase, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal." The document was then sent to Congress for further review and made somewhat more economical and stronger. But the words and tone remained Mr. Jefferson's. It was a stately and passionate chant of human freedom. Mr. Jefferson and I would become close friends, as we were interested in many of the same things, and both suffered from intellectual curiosity. On July 1st, when the debate on independence resumed, it remained so intense that Congress recessed for the night without taking a vote. John Hancock, the president of the Congress, insisted that all 13 delegations must be united and unanimous. However, the delegations were divided, with only 9 of the 13 delegations in favor of independence. That evening, as we continued to discuss the issue, we received confirmation of news that a British fleet of 132 ships had set sail with the intention of invading New York. This information would have a decided influence on the next day's vote. July 2nd, 12 delegations voted for independence, with New York certain to agree, but not yet receiving instructions. The Declaration of Independence was signed July 4th, 1776. As the delegates went forward to make their signatures, they knew that they were risking everything: their fortunes, their reputations, their very lives, for they were committing treason, punishable by death. As the signing continued, Mr. Hancock was heard to say, "We must be unanimous. There must be no pulling of different ways. We must all hang together." To which I amended that indeed we must all hang together, or most assuredly we shall all hang separately. The next day, I was approached on the street by a man who had been at the rum, who demanded of me, "Dem words don't mean nothing. Where is all this happiness that document says is guaranteed us?" To which I replied, "My friend, the Declaration only guarantees the American people the right to pursue happiness. You have to catch it yourself." Some weeks later, I was told by Mr. Hancock that I had been chosen by the Congress to be minister to France. I quipped, "That is all right. A soldier must die for his country, but a diplomat must only lie for his country." Shortly thereafter, I slipped secretly out of Philadelphia. Added to the usual perils of an ocean voyage, if I had been captured at sea by a British man-of-war, I most likely would have been hanged for treason. I was then 70 years of age, suffering from gout, and most saddened at my departure, believing that old age would prevent my returning home.